Good morning, Year 2, and welcome to your English lesson, your Thursday English lesson. And we're going to be carrying on with the narrative we looked at yesterday in Mr. Gardner's lesson. So I'm going to share my screen now and let's get ready. Okay, we've got a little starter for you first of all this morning, and we're looking at punctuation. So let's talk about all the punctuation that we need and when do we use it. Okay, and what is it for? So we've got full stops, capital letters, commas, question marks, exclamation marks, and apostrophes. So with your partner, can you remember what we use these different punctuation for? Not with your partner, with a family member or by yourself, tell them what we use these punctuation marks and different punctuation for. Off you go. Okay, well done if you had a little think about that and you've written some things down. So full stops we use at the end of a sentence. Capital letters we use for the name, and we also use it for the beginning of a sentence as well, so the name of a place or a person. Commas we use in a list when we don't want to keep writing and, we have to use and at the end of the list, but in the middle of the list, if we write I like apples, pears and bananas, we put a comma in between apples and pears, rather than having to say I like apples and pears and bananas. Question marks we write when we write a question, when we're asking something that needs an answer. Exclamation marks we use when something is exciting or scary, or we're angry, or we're cross, or we're loud. Exclamation marks. And apostrophes are used for two reasons. One reason is when we merge words together and we take out letters, like did not becomes didn't, and we take out the O, or to show something belongs to somebody. So Miss Druce's, and we say it belongs, Miss Druce's cardigan, we put an apostrophe S because we're showing that something belongs to her. But today we're going to look for our starter at full stops. So where in this paragraph would we see full stops? Okay, and a clue is, remember, a full stop comes before a capital letter. So pause and work out where the full stops will go. Okay, well done. I'm going to get my pen ready and I'm going to get my full stop button ready as well. So dragons are harmless. Full stop. It makes sense. And here I've got a capital letter, so I know that's the beginning of a new sentence. They look fierce. Oh, I could put a full stop here. Oh no, I don't start a sentence with a conjunction. So if I've got a conjunction, I have to carry it on because conjunctions link sentences. They're not the beginning or the end of one. They look fierce, but are really quite friendly. Let me put my full stop there. Okay, and then we've got a capital letter. They can fly. Yeah, that can go there. We wouldn't then start another bit about they in the same sentence. They only breathe fire now and again. So we've got that and in there, so we know we need to carry it on and put my full stop at the end. And if I check after all my full stops, I've got a capital T. So I know I did it right. Okay, well done everybody if you did that right too. Let's carry on with today's learning. Okay, first of all, let's quickly have a think about yesterday's words that you learned and the new vocabulary we're talking about. So pause the screen and see if you can remember all of what these words mean. Write them down if you want to, and you can always send it to us. Pictures will help you. Pause. Okay, well done. So campfire is a fire that we build outside using wood and using different twigs and sticks and matches to set up a little fire. Greet means to say hello to somebody when you meet them. How do you do? Good morning, all those kind of things. Pathway is a bit of road that is set out that shows you the direction to something. Chilly is to feel cold. Crusty is like the hard bit of the bread, the crust. Okay, and a den is a place where people live, like outside. It's like a place they set up. So dens might be for animals, or humans might make a den as an exciting place to camp and things like that. Okay, so today we're going to retell the story. We're going to retell the narrative that we've been learning. We're going to read and listen to the text. We're going to remember and learn it using the key pictures. And then we're going to draw our own story map, our own pictures. And then we can add extra detail using the story. So add words or extra detail to it to make it make sense. Okay, let's read it together. You can either read along with me or you can listen to me. It's up to you today. It's a bit harder than what we'd normally do in class with actions and things like that. So the story is called Through the Forest. Early one morning, my mother set me a task. Take this basket to Grandpa's house, she said. and fetch some warm, crusty bread rolls from him for our lunch. The way to Grandpa's house was through the forest and the weather was chilly. So I put on my red coat and set off quickly with the basket. I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? After a while, I came to a den. Out came a fox who shouted, "Who's there?" ? Go away. Please may I get past, I pleaded. I need to get to Grandpa's old wooden house. Oh, okay, said the fox, that's tickety-boo. I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? Later I came to a campfire. A snake slithered out and hissed, "Why are you here?" Please may I get past, I begged. I need to get some bread from my grandpa. Oh, okay, said the snake, that's simply splendid. So I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? Then I came to a gate, and from behind the gate stepped a cat to greet me. Please may I get past, I grovelled. I need to get to Grandpa's house to fetch some crusty bread rolls for lunch. Oh, okay, said the cat. That's fine and fabulous. So I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? After a while, I came to a clearing where there was a twisting, winding stone pathway. I followed the stone pathway until I came to Grandpa's house, and there was Grandpa waiting in the doorway to greet me with the crusty bread rolls. It's a good story, isn't it? Really nice. So let's think of some actions now that we can do. So early one morning, so morning, do a big stretch to wake up. My mother set me a task. Take this basket to Grandpa's house, to Grandpa, let's do a G for Grandpa, and fetch some warm, crusty bread rolls for him for our lunch. On the way to Grandpa's house was through the forest and the weather was chilly, so I put on my red coat and set off quickly with the basket. Now let's remember this saying because it's said again and again. I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? Then I came to a den. Out came the fox and he shouted, "Who's there? Go away." So first, I'm going on a journey to my grandpa's house. I then put on my red coat and I'm going to catch the warm, crusty bread. I tiptoe through the forest, we have that line, and the first person I meet is a fox. And then the second one I meet is a snake, and it's that repetitiveness of going over and over again. So first she's getting ready, she's putting on her coat, she's going to Grandpa's house to fetch the warm, crusty bread. First she meets a fox, next she meets the snake, then she meets the cat, and finally she makes it to Grandpa's house to get the crusty bread roll. So you can see it's very repetitive, but the different characters are saying things to her and she's replying. So on the next page, I'd like you to see if you can come up with trying to remember that story with some actions. So think of early one morning, my mother set me a task, to see if you at home can come up with some actions to remember those parts of the story. Have a pause and have a go. You can film yourselves and send them to us. We would love to see them. Off you go. Okay, well done if you had a go at coming up with some actions to remember those different parts of the story. I've now come up with some pictures that are going to help me to remember the different parts of the story. So we've got an early one morning, I've got the sun there, and then I've got a picture of the crusty bread roll. So early one morning, my mother set me a task. Take this basket to Grandpa's house and get some fresh crusty bread rolls. On the way to Grandpa's house was through the forest and the weather was chilly. So I can see here the weather was chilly. So it reminds me to put on my coat and set off with my basket. Now it's that saying I'm remembering. See if you can join in with me. I tiptoed through the forest and the leaves went crunch. My tummy gave a rumble. When will it be time for lunch? Then I came to that den. So I've done a picture of the den and a fox shouted, "Who's there? Go away." May I get past? Oh, okay, so the fox, that's tickety-boo. So let us get past. They just shout first of all, who's there? So there's the beginning part of our story. And next, we're going to meet the snake, which is the repetitive bit. And we're going to also meet the cat. So you can see it here. Later, I came to a campfire, says the campfire. A snake slithered out and hissed, "Why are you here? Please may I get past? I need to get some bread from my grandpa." Oh, okay, that's simply splendid, said the snake. Then I came to a gate, and behind the gate, a cat stepped out to greet me. Please, may I get past? I grovelled. It's pleading. I need to get to Grandpa's house to get some fresh, crusty bread for lunch. Oh, okay, said the cat. That's fine and fabulous. After a while, I came to a clearing where there was a twisting, winding stone pathway. I followed the stone pathway until I came to Grandpa's house. And there was Grandpa waiting in the doorway to greet me with the crusty bread rolls. So you can see how the pictures have helped me to remember it. So what you're going to do today is on your papers, you're going to create a story map. You're going to draw the different parts of the story. So starting off at the beginning, early one morning, my mother set me a task. Okay, you can rewind back and listen to me telling it to you and draw different pictures and write sentences underneath of what's happening at the different stages and what happens all the way through right until the end. And then you can take a picture of your story maps and send them to us at year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. Okay, so if you need to listen back to the story, rewind this video and you can listen there and then draw and write key sentences about the story of Through the Forest, which we'll be carrying on with tomorrow. Have a lovely afternoon, carry on working hard, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.